Hello my friends, I am G Hondo and welcome back to our Let's Play of OpenTTD with mods. This is episode 19. In episode 18 we sold off some more vehicles that were just not cutting the mustard, as it were. There was a forest and I believe it was an iron mine that had both petered out. It was a farm. It doesn't matter. Either way, we got rid of some vehicles that were no longer servicing anything to save ourselves some money, and we went ahead and chipped down the debt a little bit more. And that's where we are. Let's get going here. And we're all good. So, yeah, I think it was a farm and an iron mine, if I recall correctly. So I think I may have put the description in the last episode incorrect, but yeah, either way. The important part is we got rid of some dead weight, and that's fine. Had a personal goal for the last couple episodes of chipping away 100,000 off the debt per episode, and we actually got slightly better than that last episode. I was hoping to get to 1.7. We actually got one just past that at 168. So this is good. Making good progress here. And every time I chip away at some of these missions that aren't doing anything, okay, so this one is still functional, so we can safely leave it. Every time I chip away some of these dead weight, then that will only help our situation even more. There we go, just chipped another piece away. Passenger ones I don't have to worry about, nor mail, nor valuables, because they never run out. They are not a finite resource. The vehicles would still like to get renewed, which is what they're complaining about, but at least they'll never come up and say that they're sitting at a depot waiting for goods that will never arrive because the actual industry is gone. So, something else has either finished or been removed because it's not being done. We'll see if something decent replaces it. Right now, of the 4 that are here, there's only 2 that I'm even considering doing, and that's the 2 to Codeine, because they're mail and passengers, which I'm actually willing to do. Grain, goods, and coal I'm not. Where did the next one? Okay, it's another goods one, so I'm probably not going to do that either. I'm trying to stay away from finite industry for now, and sticking only to continuous industries like the valuables, the passengers, and the mail. That's my goal. At least until we get this down, or we start getting enough better vehicles, ones that can actually, haul the goods at a profitable enough pace to make it worthwhile to have. Right now, these horses are lovely and all, but they're not hauling very much, which means as soon as that industry gives up, whatever profit they've made over the last several years is gone almost immediately. Like, they're just such low profit vehicles. And that's only due to their low carrying capacity. These things can only carry 8, which is peanuts. A single car off a train, not even like the whole train, but just a single car will hold 20 or 30 of most items. So, and it obviously can hold multiple cars as well. So you can see why I'm saying that the problem with these earliest horse-drawn vehicles is mostly carrying capacity. The fact that their reliability is kind of bad too isn't really helping, and their max speed is also pretty slow. So, I mean, they're doing the job, but just not very well, I guess is what I'm getting at. So, anyway, we'll continue to make some progress here, as best as we can. There we go, another piece off. And you can see what I was saying earlier, that the last couple episodes I've been selling off dead weight. You can see the road vehicle running costs have been dropping, and that's from getting rid of these extra vehicles that just weren't helpful. The interest is also dropping as I've been slowly chipping away. The actual income's pretty steady. It's going to bounce up and down a little bit based on the exactly how many times any one vehicle breaks down, or how long it takes to actually load up and what have you, but it should stay relatively flat at this point anyway, because pretty much all the vehicles I have are almost all these valuables passenger mail ones. I have very few actual industry ones anymore. In fact, if we go and look, if I sort these by name, we can see, so there's valuables. Okay, so there, I do still have some grain. Passengers. And livestock. Okay, so I still have a fair bit, more than I thought. But still, those have been slowly being chipped away, while as the passenger valuable and mail ones not only have not been chipped away, but I've been occasionally adding new vehicles to them once in a while. So that represents the slow shift I've been doing with this company to try to improve its profitability year over year. And I'd say that with the exception, obviously, of the first few years where I racked up an insane amount of debt, since then I've been doing much better. The debt's been slowly going down, the profits have slowly been going up. Surely there's not a shareholder on the planet that would be upset with what I've done the last few years versus the first few. So, I'm thinking 1850 there might be a new vehicle, because that's a very round number, and they tend, modders and game designers tend to want round numbers when possible. So I'm hoping 1850 means new vehicles, but we'll have to wait and see. A couple more months. But we're cruising along, so just buzzing through the months, making slow, steady, but excellent progress. Just the way we like it. I suppose the other thing I could do with this Codeine mission is, rather than, like, I'm certainly not willing to extend debt to do it, but I could, in a case like this, instead of paying off a bit of debt, start building some of the road. I could do that. I don't know that I'm going to, though. I think I really don't mind seeing this disappear. I'd rather see this disappear. That's more important to me. So I'm not quite so worried about failing that mission. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that at least the male one, the 9 years one, will go. Might be able to do it in time for the passengers 15, but I don't know that I'll be able to do it within 9. It's going to be close, I think. But we'll have to wait and see. Excuse me, so good stuff. Alright, we're getting pretty close to the end of 49 here. Like I said, I'm really hoping 1850 brings us some new vehicles. I'd really like an actual train. That would be best. But we shall see shortly. In fact, if it does give us a train, I am willing to burst the debt back open temporarily to upgrade all these routes to trains and then sell off all the horses. Because that will be absolutely more profitable in the long term. Well, maybe not every route, at least the ones like these where it's continuous. I might not bother with the, like, say, the grain ones I still have, because those ones will eventually be going away anyway. But all these valuables, passengers and mail ones, I absolutely would like to upgrade them. So, fingers crossed, 2 weeks from now, when we hit 1850, hopefully, that brings with it a new vehicle. So I've done 100k off the debt already for this episode, and we're only 10 minutes in, so that's a very good sign. And I am not seeing a pop-up about new vehicles. That is very, very disappointing. Okay, well, we'll keep pushing on then. I guess my theory on round numbers is incorrect. So be it. That's okay. We're doing okay with the horses. Even though now that means some of the very first ones I built are now fully double their maximum age. But that's fine. I don't mind that. They still run just fine. They break down more often, but they're already breaking down quite a bit now, so it's not really that big a deal. So, that I do not mind. Alright, another mission has either completed or given up. I'm assuming it's given up. Now let's see what it chooses to replace with. Livestock. Now that name is familiar. That is one I already had. Is that the one? Okay, so that's one that still has a working farm, and it wants very little, so that mission will complete pretty quickly. It's only going to take 4 horse loads, because they send 8 at a time, so 8, 16, 24. The 4th one will finish it. So that one won't take very long at all to complete. And that's good. Quite the backlog here, and that's on the drop-off end. Maybe I have too many vehicles here. Yeah, with that little production, I don't really need very much. But anyway. We'll just let them keep going. We won't worry too much about it. And yep, that one's done. That's what I was saying. It wanted such a small amount that it was just 4 trips, which is absolutely peanuts. Alright, well, let's see what we get as another replacement. Alright, where is it here? So a huge amount of grain to this factory here. Let's see if there's any farms near here. And if so, if they have decent production. So there's a pretty close one here. And the production's not bad. So this one I might want to think about doing. Might want to consider doing this one, actually. Just close this so I have some of the screen to see. It's basically going to cut all the way across there, up to there. So let's just get an idea, once again, of what the road portion is going to cost. So basically, starting here, there'll be some bridge to worry about, but basically to about here for about 73 thou, and then across here, I slightly overshot, so we'll call it 50, and then on this side we're looking at probably another either. Really? Is the land really that messy? Okay, we're not doing that one. That's I'm not putting 150,000 into a grain run. That is just not happening. Thank you, but no thank you. I will happily take another piece of debt away, though. That I will definitely do. Used to be a sports stadium here. I remember making a bit of a joke about how the city had grown. There was just the one house and a stadium. But I guess I guess this, wow, that really has grown, because that was only 4,000 last time I looked at it. So this city's definitely growing. And that's just partially on its own and partially because I am servicing it. Although I'm only doing, as far as I know, just valuables here. I don't think I'm doing passenger traffic or anything, although maybe I should be. I guess I could also do mail without even having to build another station. The city it's connecting to, what size? It's a decent size as well, so it should also have a decent amount of mail. So I could just throw on a couple of mail trucks if I felt like it, without even having to build any more infrastructure, or if I felt like building, an adjoining station portion for passengers, could also make a pretty lively passenger run as well. So that might not be too bad an idea to do. You were thinking about it anyway. Because especially on this side, there'll be a ton. Because this is all very dense and high population. So it's certainly worth thinking about. I did click. Come on, thank you. Apparently some of my mouse clicks are not being taken. Oh, sorry about that. My keyboard just went berserk. I still never figured out what key it is it thinks I'm pressing, but I've noticed it on this keyboard every once in a while, and no matter what game I'm playing, and a lot of games have different keys for pause, but it will just rapidly alternate between pause and, whatever speed I was on for that game, and it'll just rapidly jump between them, and I don't know how it's even doing that, because like I say, some other games I'm playing won't use the same key. In fact, I don't even know for sure what key it is that does. Is it P? No, it's not space. I don't even know what the key is for this, because I don't ever use it. I just use the mouse. But it's just very bizarre. But anyway, I guess we won't worry about that for now. We'll just keep moving on here. We'll just keep moving on. But I am starting to very, very seriously consider adding in some mailer passengers, although this is already a pretty busy road, especially considering all the breakdowns these things have, so it may not be worthwhile doing. If I was willing to spend serious bucks, though, I could actually build a separate streetcar rail and do it that way. Although, getting those in and out of this tight little area here would be very difficult. So, maybe I'll just leave it for now. Yeah, we'll just leave it for now. We're doing okay. I'm making excellent progress on the debt here. And that's really my main goal at this point, is just to blast this down. So I've already knocked off 200k this episode, so we're doing absolutely fantastic. And I'm quite happy with that. What I would like to check real quick is just to see if there are, if I sort by profit, let's see if there are any vehicles that are not doing anything. Well, it looks like everybody's still doing something. Yeah, okay, so we haven't lost any other industries lately. That's something I should actually check more often. I usually just wait, and I'll see down here, it'll say, vehicle's profit was negative 1,000 something, and then I jump over to it, and it's been empty for 2 years, but I'm going to try to remember to actually check that every once in a while on my own, and save a good couple of years of lost income, because that would be much, much more useful to us. just missed it. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Nothing's more annoying than you see it goes to 20, you go to click on it, and it just charged you some interest or a road vehicle cost, and it just dips down right as you're clicking. Drives me nuts. Happens all the time. Well, welcome to 1852. Still no sign of new vehicles. It's been 22 years since the last one. Can't pretend to be impressed with that. Not even another, just a different number of horses on a type we already have even. Not even that. That's disappointing. Which are those if I do go with mail? You are from 5 to 16. Well, I definitely would go for the 16 just for the extra speed. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and get at least one anyway. Because I do want to see some more profit coming in, so this is Fort Bapminster to Trent Hall mail. And its voyage will go from here to here, if I can get at it, up to here, and I am going to say full loads. And close this. This one's running the same route, so we can watch this one instead. So I'm just curious to see if this will end up being worthwhile. I think it will be. Although it's going to sit here in the station for a little while at first, just because it has to activate first. But still, then it shouldn't take too long, because this should be generating an absolute ton of mail. I'm trying to click on the actual station. There it goes. Yeah, there's already 30 odd ones waiting, and it just left. It hasn't even got out of the city's limits yet. So definitely there'll be enough volume. So now it's just a case of, is it profitable enough to bother buying a lot of vehicles at 16 grand a piece? That we have to wait and see. So once it gets over to this side, we'll see how much mail gets dropped off for. I seem to recall the valuables being dropped off here for about 2,900, if I recall correctly. We'll see in a second. Yeah, 2,900. So when this one arrives, we'll see how much it makes. And if it's comparable, it may not be exactly the same, but if it's approximately the same, then I'll buy a whole bunch. I'll just clone a bunch more of those. And if it's much less, then I probably will just leave it just with a 1. Kind of just teasing the people of the city that they can have mail delivery. That's just the kind of jerk that I am. So, and anyway. Well, we're stuck behind a broken down vehicle, so we have to wait for it. Oh, that's the other thing. This, I took a 6-horse, which can go up to 32, but all of these valuable ones are only 4-horse ones. That can only go 26. Ooh, that's not so good. It means this one will always be stuck at 26, the speed of a 4-horse one, but I paid for a 6-horse one. And I don't think there are replacements yet for the valuables one, but let's have a quick look. No, there is not. That was not good planning on my part, but anyway. Okay, 2100, so it's actually pretty close. I actually don't mind that at all. It's not, like I say, it's not quite as much, but it certainly is close. What I should do, though, is I should actually just go and sell that one back and rebuild it as a 4-horse one, just so it's not sitting there stuck. Because right now, although we may get a 6-horse valuables one at some point, so I'm not sure if you picked that up, if that came through on the microphone or not, but my other cat has decided to stand behind my head and make noise. So I'll, much like I did with a couple episodes ago when my white kitty was screaming at me, I'll put in a picture here of my black kitty, so you can see who's making all that noise. Such a cute guy. Anyway, yeah, so let me go ahead and clone this mail truck and get it rolling. And that'll be fine. Then we can go back to chipping away at the debt a little bit more. We've already made excellent progress on it, chipped away 2,200 of it. Because I'm pretty sure I was at 1680 when this episode started. Excellent. I think it was episode 15 is the one I was talking about earlier, where I cut in the picture of my cat, so I guess it's kind of appropriate for 19, so, you know, exactly 4 episodes later, we have a visit from the other. And we're just about done 1852. So we'll scream along here into 1853. Chipping away another little bit of loan while we're at it. Good stuff. And there we go, 1853. Okay. Well, we're getting to about the half-hour mark, so I think I'm going to call that an episode at this point. So until next time, stay calm, and I hope you'll come and chill with me again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye now.